And Matt Finn is live outside Nancy Guthrie's home where we're seeing some movement. Matt, describe the scene for us.
Yeah, in the past couple of minutes, we saw this white tent be put up outside of the front door of Nancy Guthrie's home. Obviously not clear why that tent is there, but it is most certainly blocking view from the
investigation unfolding in Tucson, Arizona, that's caught national attention, not just because of the crime itself, but because of how law enforcement is using cutting-edge technology to try and solve it. The case involves Nancy Guthrie and her daughter Annie and a masked suspect caught on surveillance video. According to Fox News reports, the FBI is now using something called next-generation identification software to help crack the case. So what does that actually mean? And why is this investigation taking longer than some people might expect? Let's break it down, look at what we know, and talk about what a reasonable person might be thinking as this story develops. Here's what's been reported so far. Investigators released surveillance footage showing a masked figure near Nancy Guthrie's home. The video, captured by a Nest camera at the front door, shows someone in dark clothing and gloves. This week, law enforcement found a black glove about a mile away on Campbell Avenue, a busy street that connects to the neighborhood. Forensic teams have been seen searching the area, taking photos, and collecting evidence. That glove could potentially provide DNA evidence, which is obviously crucial in a case like this. As of now, there are no named suspects. The FBI hasn't released an estimated height or weight for the person in the video, even though that kind of detail would help the public know who to look for. According to cybersecurity expert and former FBI operative Eric O'Neill, the Bureau is likely using advanced biometric analysis, things like facial geometry, gait analysis, and database matching. But they're being cautious about releasing information until they're sure it's accurate. From an everyday person's point of view, this is frustrating and fascinating at the same time. On one hand, you'd think, just tell us what this person looks like so we can help. On the other hand, you also don't want law enforcement rushing to judgment or pointing fingers at the wrong person. That's a real concern, especially when technology is involved. It's worth noting that what we see in movies, where someone runs a photo through a computer and instantly gets a match, isn't how it works in real life. These systems analyze things like the distance between your eyes, the shape of your nose, even the way you walk. But when the suspect is wearing a mask, gloves, and concealing clothing, the tech has a lot less to work with. The FBI reportedly has access to millions of images, driver's licenses, mugshots, other databases, but matching a partially obscured face takes time and cross-referencing with other evidence. Some people might wonder, why raid someone's home if you're not even sure it's the right person? The reports mention that a delivery driver's home was searched by the FBI's hostage rescue team. That sounds intense. But according to O'Neill, that decision probably wasn't made lightly. It likely involved a combination of biometric analysis, cell phone data, tips from the public, and other investigative work. Still, it raises valid questions about accuracy and the pressure investigators are under to act quickly. On the flip side, others might say, good. Use every tool available. If this technology helps find dangerous people faster, that's what it's for. And that's fair, too. The challenge is balancing speed with precision, especially when someone's freedom and reputation are on the line. What's interesting here is the mix of old and new. Yes, the FBI is using AI and biometric software, but they're also doing traditional detective work, talking to neighbors, reviewing home videos, analyzing physical evidence like that glove. There's something reassuring about that. Technology is powerful, but it's not foolproof. Human judgment still matters. One detail O'Neill mentioned stands out. The Nest camera likely recorded audio as well as video, and the FBI probably has that audio but hasn't released it. If the suspect said anything, or if there are background sounds that reveal more clues, that could be significant. It makes you realize how much information investigators might have that the public doesn't see yet. So where does this leave us? It's clear this is an active, complex investigation. The technology being used is impressive, but it's not instant. Law enforcement is being careful, which is probably the right approach, even if it's slower than we'd like. For now, the public is left waiting and hoping that the evidence leads to answers. If there's one takeaway, it's this. These cases remind us that real investigations don't follow a TV script. They take time, patience, and a combination of human skill and technological tools. Whether the next-generation identification system will be the key to solving this case, we'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, it's worth thinking critically about how these tools are used and trusting that hopefully they're being used responsibly.